Bonifacio Global City, otherwise known as BGC, here in the Philippines Metro Manila, is this really unique micro metropolis. It's uncommon as far as the Philippines go. I would say it's where the third world meets the first world, and it's been great living here, but you know what? I'm starting to run out of BGC. It's not that large a city, hence the term micro metropolis. And let's see, what do I got BGC life, I got BGC lifestyle, I got weekends in BGC, I got BGC nightlife, I got walking in BGC. Definitely starting to run out of BGC. So today we're going to take a look at what some people call the real Philippines. However, that term is a bit subjective because there's 7,000 plus islands in the Philippines. I mean, it's really hard to narrow down one element of real life Philippines. So I think it ends up being more of a concept or a lifestyle or just a vibe. And that's the vibe of the native people, your common people living in areas that are not developed and let's just say Marte like BGC. So today we're going to take a look at the real Philippines, at least that part of it that's near here in BGC. See, in the barangays, there's lots of plants in residential homes. So, in the barangays, this is Taguig. I think it's near Pinagsama, Barangay Pinagsama. And I came back here, near here, when I did that first interview at the school for the documentary. And what I found was that lockdown, GCQ, ECQ life here in the barangay, like the real residential barangays, are completely different than lockdown in BGC.
Hey, what's up?
What up, guys?
Yeah.
Kumusta? Say hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
Hi. How you doing? You good? Good. So these neighborhood spots are just a number of little streets. Sometimes they kind of feel like alleys, but they're not. That are just layered behind the main roads. And all you really got to do is step off them and into this hidden, you know, world of the Philippines. I always kind of appreciate it, and of course, there's always a cheap lunch. And used shoes. Strip for all the residential spots. I think are most interesting. People are more interesting construction's more interesting. Colors are vibrant. Plants are amazing. There's a lot of really interesting construction and innovations back in South Africa. I like the X-Men jeepney. Except Wolverine looks like my friend Ben. Kind of weird. This road back here borders EDSA. It's Guadalupe. There's a series of, I guess, little markets. You can see how close it is to BDC, right? The tower there, the spire. That's basically uptown BDC there. And yeah, there's lots of shops like food, obviously, as well as groceries. I sometimes come here to get produce. It's just better pricing, especially if I'm buying it in bulk. And then of course it's like little gadgets and junk stuff and headphones and cell phone cases and everything else under the sun that they could possibly think to sell. I just came out today. I want to see if I can get some shots of jeepneys. Those are some kick-ass bananas. When I first came to the Philippines, I couldn't eat fruit out of a stand like that because of the ice. I could get like a bacterial poisoning from it. What in some parts of the world they call Montezuma's revenge, but here we call it Lapu Lapu's revenge. Anyway, when I'm done today, I'll definitely partake of that fresh fruit. Yeah, I like it when it's sweet, man. It's got my name on it, boy. Yeah, it's cool. This always blows my mind. These crazy wires and cables. Like I say, it surprises me that Manila's not just one giant house fire.
Are you vlogging?
My brand new Oakleys. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello from the fantastic Philippines. Love this. This is brilliant. No smoking, no drinking in public. Got it. No littering. Oh, I like half naked. Half naked. That's good. There was a guy on the street that was actually half naked. No e-cigar. Interesting.
We have so many sizes here.
Oh, okay.
Sizes, black and white.
I'm digging all the thread and needle stuff. You know, it's actually a little hard to find good needles. All the needles here are cheap and irregular and have like impossible to thread eyes. And I stumbled across this little embroidery sort of needlepoint shop. I don't even know what the heck it is, but they have all the good stuff, and it's so unbelievably cheap. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, man, these places are cool. Look how nice and clean and shiny it is. Well, wait till you see what's just next door. It's one of those what's wrong with this picture scenarios, right? Nice and clean and shiny. I'm sure that costs lots of money, and I'll tell you one thing about this particular, let's just call it organized religious organization, is that I don't think they give too much back to the community. Now, I don't know that. I do know it's a controversial religion, even here in the Philippines, and I do know that they require a tithe from their members, which basically means they're taking money, they're not giving money. And right next door, you would think that maybe they would make a donation to clean up the frickin' river. I mean, really? All right, let's look at these houses that are right across the way. Some of them, that's about, hold on. So I do know that the river is an absolute disaster. And yeah, right there. They got some nice flowers going next door, but they certainly haven't made a donation to the community in the sense that they could be cleaning up this river. And those houses really aren't that bad back here. Let's take another walk a block or two down and see what we can find. I'm gonna lower the camera here. Did you know that there's no kids allowed on the street or outside of their house during GCQ? All right, here we go. A block up from the brand spanking new super shiny church. This is what we got. Hello. You're not allowed to be outside, kid. Ooh, mannequins. I made, well, it wasn't really me that made it. But someone once made me a mannequin. This very cool method with plastic bags and tape. And they taped me up and cut it off and then stuffed it. And it was like a perfect size mannequin for me. So, I mean, these places, I don't know if these are squatter shacks, but Jesus Christ, look at that. It's got beds on the roof. It's got beds on the roof. So something tells me that is a squatter shack. And I think just down the way it gets even worse, so it's just more of the same. And you can actually see the spire of the church from here. So yeah, organized religion just about anywhere. Huge, you know, disparity between what they spend their money on and actually helping people. Manual recycling operation going on here. Well, that's a big change. I figured when I came back from exploring today, I just hit the Mercado Central market, the Mercado market, to get some food. And what a surprise. They're closed. Ulit. Or I should say Lagi Palagi, man. It's weird. They're so inconsistent about when and how they're open, even though they're allowed to be open, because they've even got the vendors back in the mall now, which I was surprised to see. But that's a good sign. Hi.
Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more content from the fabulous Philippines.